exhale. A couple more breaths. Let's go. Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information from our highest intentions only. Please allow us to let go of that which we need to let go and to embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with some Reiki symbols. So take a deep breath in. Exhale. And I'm just going to make sure the energy is nice and balanced here. Just working through that, 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 working through that. Okay. And just feeling a sense of newness. There's definitely a sense of refreshing over you. Refreshments. I think that's food. Refreshing. Just a newness that is around you. Okay. Just let's move this through. Good job. Good job. somewhere else because it ain't here, sweetness. You've got this. Okay, so moving through this energy, highest experience, your highest vibrational experience here. Allow it to come up, allow it to be sent off and moved into another direction, one that you no longer have to worry about, don't think about, don't care about. Just let it be. Just swoop, 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 is what happens when you are trying to achieve your goals or your dreams, or you're trying to make movement but you feel stuck. What happens is there's almost like this energetic shift within the self that feels like, well, you lose hope or you lose belief in yourself. And though there's no reason why you can't do whatever it is that you are setting out to do, if you lose that belief, if you become less confident, if you lose that drive, everything just falls apart, like the wheels essentially fall off the bus. So getting you revved back up for that, to know that you can do it, okay? So going back in. Okay, good job. So just checking in with my sweet peas. How are you? How are you feeling? I'm gonna still work on you. How are you feeling? What's going on? And just continue to work on that here. Continue to work on that here in this moment. 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 So I have this just one area that just needs a little bit of extra work, extra healing, something that has bothered you for a long time, something that feels like a kind of a weak spot, or a place that has caused you, like burdened you. So just kind of clearing that out, because there's this fear that going into the future that it'll just keep popping up, but it just needs to be cleaned out. Like, yes, the trash will stink if you keep it in the house, so take it outside, even though you put all the trash in the bin. I'm known for my analogies. So, okay. Good job. Don't worry at all, okay? And also, whatever that experience is, find the purpose in it. Understand why it needed to happen. What did it show you? What did it indicate? Because sometimes we'll experience life and we'll put it into buckets, like positive or negative. And obviously, if it feels uncomfortable, we're going to put it in the negative bucket, or if it feels good, we're going to put it in the positive bucket. But when someone enables you, that feels good, but often it's probably stunting you. And sometimes when you are challenged, it doesn't feel good, but it helps with growth. So understanding that it's just two buckets. So whatever this experience was that you feel like is kind of holding you back, whatever that is, you have to look at it and understand the true purpose. A lot of times it's a gift, and I know that kind of sounds a little funny, but it's a gift in the fact that if you didn't listen to the signs when it was subtle, it sent you the message when it was loud. And so you saw it as a burden, but it was the only time that you could just be stopped to actually have to address these things that the universe, that your higher self, that the energy itself just wanted you to know, and to ultimately guide you on your path. So just working through that. I'm going to bring it back here. And I'm going to go back into those Reiki symbols. Okay, just breathing here. Okay. coming up. We know that 5 in numerology has a lot to do with traveling, meeting new people, learning new things. It kind of gives like the curiosity of Gemini and the traveling energy of Sagittarius all at the same time. So there's something about whatever this dream is that will happen. It requires you to make more connections, or it's really your energy is just kind of taking the moment to acknowledge every person that helped you along the way, and that's going to be important along your path, to be able to recognize every person that has helped you and every person that will continue to help, and know that you are that for other people too, just as they are that for you. And so your energy is just appreciating that. It's just connecting in very deeply and just appreciating that as reality. Breathing in and out. Okay. Inhale and exhale. I'm trying to stick to the Reiki symbols, but I'm getting lost in between the worlds, like in between the physical right now and the energetic of what's happening on your path. So I have all this commentary, but I'm trying to remember to stick to the Reiki symbols to continue to activate. But I'm a key to tea, baby. I'm a key to tea. You know, I'm just like opening the curtain and I'm just doing a little bit, so I'm like this. Okay. But I'm getting tired of running back and forth. Okay. Chukuri, 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 anchase shonung. Anchase shonung. Anchase shonung. Saiki, saiki, saiki. Taikyamya. 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 Riku, 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 riku. Okay, good job. Okay, I'm just gonna work through that. Okay, it will happen. You will make it happen. It will happen. You're going to make it happen, and you feel a shift within yourself. You're changing, and just understand that change happens often, both in just little things and big personality changes too. Oftentimes, if you want to rechart your course, you have to change your personality. You're still the same person. You like what you like, but sometimes it means having to mature in a new way, in ways that you weren't able to do years before. So just making sure you are still on this path. The path is right in front of you. You feel protected. You feel loved. And of course, the universe wants that for you, so there's nothing with that, but you have to want it for yourself. Understand that it doesn't matter whatever you have ever gone through. The universe wants you to feel loved and supported and to be here for your purpose. But sometimes when you go through experiences, especially tough ones, when you're trying to reconcile, why did this happen? Sometimes people might think that they don't deserve a good experience, that's why it happened. Or even though they think, oh, I do deserve a good experience, they just feel like, oh, for some reason they don't feel like they deserve it. That is completely normal and completely okay. It happens. It's just the physical body trying to understand the bigger picture. The soul has learned from that. The soul learned whatever it needed to learn. But the physical body is not as expansive as the soul. The physical body is like, wait a minute, yes or no. The soul lives on this whole like continuum of colors. And so being able to just work with the body to release any of that old baggage is very important for moving on. You can 100% release that. You can move that away from the body. You can send it on to its next evolutionary path. You don't have to keep it with you. But just because you feel something doesn't mean it has to be a permanent fixture in your life. You can let it go. I'm going to go back into the Reiki symbols. Chakure, 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 anchase shonung, anchase shonung, anchase fill this all up and just behind the intention that it will happen, just kind of close you up here and go in with Reiki symbols again. And all my returning babies get multiple kisses. Mama loves you. My bad. Okay. So we start the session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer. It's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and to bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay, you ready? Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our higher self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out to us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Okay. So, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. I'm just gonna tap this. All around you. Just inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And release. Now I'm just going to go just from left to right, left to right, right to left, however you're seeing it. Just going to go really slowly. Really, really slowly. Just really slowly. I'm just going to go from the side, each side, each side, each side, each side, the front, and the back. I'm just going to start to tap again, okay? Just tap all over your energy. Just tapping left and right. trust yourself. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the process. And things don't always go according to plan, but that's okay. Everything that appears to be one way can always create a new reality. So no matter how it looks, what reality are you going to create? choose when we move on. I think most of the time we probably stay longer than we should. But when there are moments where you get to make the choice, you get to do that. That's up to you. And if you choose to move, or if you choose to stay, it's up to you. So if you decide that you're ready to move on and start somewhere else, somewhere fresh, then go for it. If you decide you got a little bit longer where you're at, it's fine too. But to those who are starting fresh, don't be afraid. Be excited, but also give yourself a second chance to realign and redefine the things of your life, okay? Sometimes a setback isn't really a setback, it's just a course correction. That's all it is. And would we know to course correct had we not had that setback? I don't know. So trust in yourself. solid plan and you give yourself time, you know, the potential is limitless. So how much time you gonna give yourself and what you really want to do. And I don't want you to get caught up in what you think other people are doing and what another person's version of success is. What do you want genuinely? When no one can see you, when no one is around, what are the things that make you happy, that are on your mind? That is a purposeful life. That is how each day becomes yourself to make yourself feel comfortable enough to continue to work towards goals even when they're difficult. Because if you only work towards things when there's comfort, sometimes we start to enable ourselves and we start putting in a lot of effort into things that only make us feel comfortable. And sometimes those things are not the best things for us. They're just conveniently comfortable. Whereas there are some things that are uncomfortable, like learning something new that you have no clue about, that have discomfort, but they're really beneficial. If you're able to get past that, you'll reap a lot of benefits there. So we are changing our body, our mood, our mindset, and the rest of your mood will change over time, but maybe you just start to feel it in your fingertips first, or in your toes first, in your back, in your calves. Maybe you feel it there first. And with enough time, let's say 3 weeks or even a couple of months, you'll start to get in a nice cycle where you'll feel, ooh, this is doing something. My life is moving forward. This feels better. Do not wait for the feeling to feel better in order to take action in your life, because you're always going to be chasing that high of feelings. Make a decision of the life that you want, and slowly, until you can gain speed, make steps in that direction. That's it, that's all there. So, we have the mind and the feelings. Now let's get into the belief, okay? So the belief here, the belief system, is what do you believe to your core. This is different than your feelings. Your feelings is how does it feel? And your thoughts or your mind is what am I thinking? Your belief is what do I know to be true? You can have thoughts all the time of hypotheticals like, do I want to eat a sandwich today? But what do you know to be true? You could say, if there's a loved one in your life, I know I love them. I know this to be true. Or it could be how you feel about the universe, source, unknown, God, whatever you want always wanted to learn how to dance. Maybe you got two left feet. Whatever. See yourself as a dancer. See yourself as someone who creatively moves their body to music or beats or rhythm, that you express stories through your movement, and the rest will fill in the blank. Why do we know this? Because there's tons of beginner dance classes in all kinds of styles. You do that long enough and you'll start looking pretty good in no time. So you might even be in classes with people who've been there for 10, 15, 20 years, you know, and you might just look really natural. So start to see yourself in that kind of way, as opposed to seeing yourself as, well, someone like me has to jump through hoops in order to be ready to be this other person. Don't worry about that. Just see yourself as who you are going to become. So what do they like to do? What's their hobbies? How do they interact with others? And you can choose to interact with others in a new way. Meaning you do not always have to be how you appear now. Maybe you're someone who is always the peacekeeper, and maybe in this new life you are the one who chooses your dreams first. Maybe you're someone who's the lone wolf, and in this new iteration of you, you're the social butterfly. You love to do things with others. So as you're making this shift in these choices, just know that even if someone calls you out and says, oh, you're this or you're that, ignore it. That's not the reality you live in. Just look at them like they're crazy. Like, what you talking about? This is who I really am. And if I give you any piece of information that I really want you to take this. Do not share your dreams, your goals, and your plans with everybody. I am so serious. Do not. Everything is not for public consumption. And I don't just mean, posting it on the internet. I mean, sometimes telling, random people, your coworkers, even your friends and family. Sometimes as you are establishing this new identity, you just need time to figure it out without someone questioning it. So maybe you think like, oh, this is going to be a really good change. And then you start telling people about it. And then they turn around and say, well, people who are this way, they act this way, so that's how you should act. Maybe you want to act another way. Or perhaps maybe you're interested in this thing and it kind of opens you up to the next thing. Now people won't let go of the fact that you said this other thing, and they say, oh, you're fickle, or you don't know what you want, da da da. So don't be afraid to keep it to yourself. Once you get a nice stride, once you're already in your path, once the opinion or the validation of others will not knock you down, then you can tell people. So many people are looking for external validation that they will not even start on the path unless someone else agrees with them. And when people agree, they start. In the moment that they hear somebody disagree, then they question everything. You gotta be able to make some choices in this journey for your future that don't take everyone's opinion into consideration, okay? So just trust yourself. Trust that you have all the information that you need, and give yourself permission to shift and change over time. How about this? How about sometimes the dreams we have today are the stepping stones for the reality of tomorrow? So take your time. Take your time. Take your time. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's just the way you want. breakfast made for you by your loved ones or your partner, or maybe you are making that beautiful breakfast. Whatever. Maybe y'all switch up. Whatever. And then the next thing you do is you take movement. Maybe the movement is fitness. Maybe it is dance. Maybe it is yoga. Maybe it is some other type of expression. Maybe you want to go rollerblading, you know, or roller skating. Maybe that's what you do. Whatever that is, just allow it to be. And then the next part is like maybe you're working on something, your personal projects, and I want you to build this life in a new way. Give this person a whole different identity and reality. Okay? And when we're making our own reality, we're not unrealistic. We know that life still happens. We'll still have setbacks. But the setbacks are like, oh, okay, a task that needs to be done, as opposed to something that really pulls on the trauma of things of the past. No, it's just a task that needs to be done, an inconvenience, and you just keep on going. So I gave kind of a blueprint of how your own reality could be, but I want you to fill in the blanks. This reality that you make, that you choose for yourself, how do you think? What are the thoughts that someone like you in this reality would have? Maybe the thoughts are, I get up every day motivated, full of energy, or I find peace every day, or I find patience and quiet and stillness, or I find a lot of energy, whatever you need, or I find financial stability. Often when we're talking about finances, that is a part of our well-being as well, because to have adequate shelter, home, food, and expendable income to do things that you choose to do is important. It really shifts the things we're able to do for ourselves. Like, for example, you might enjoy going to the spa or get massages or buying self-care products. Or another cool one is buying the ingredients to make self-care products or to make certain things, which I think is cool too. So the learning aspect of it all, I think, is really fantastic too. So whatever it happens to be for you, continue. What would your typical Monday look like in your reality of your choice? What about your typical Tuesday? What about Wednesdays? Of course, it'll be watching these videos. What about your Thursdays? Or your Fridays? Or your Saturdays? Or your Sundays? What about one-off things like once a week, or once a month, or once a quarter, once a year, 2 times a year? What do your vacations look like? Are you someone who likes to round up a group of people that you love, your friends, the people you like to hang out with, romantic partners, family, whatever, and you like to go try yourself in this life at all times now. So no matter what it looks like around you, you think, this is the day. Even if you don't have the money to live the life that you want, find little pieces of it that you can do. Okay, let me go get my face mask out the freezer so I can sit back and recline on the couch and enjoy this self-care session. You got self-care Thursdays and Mondays and Tuesdays, whatever. Or maybe spending time with friends. Maybe you want to do a lot of traveling the world with friends. But maybe what you can do is just take a day trip somewhere or go somewhere local. The thing that I notice is that there's a lot of interesting things around us that we just have to rediscover. Because when we go somewhere else in the world, that is someone's, everyday life. So if we're discovering things in the world that happen to be someone's everyday life, there's interesting things near us that people are traveling to find. And it doesn't matter where you're at, even if you're somewhere remote, then it could be the wildlife. It could be nature if you're somewhere that's city. It could be, events that are happening and different groups and planning and stuff like that. And you gotta find things you like. Like for me, I love, love, love dancing. And I don't mean like choreography. I mean like you just go, you got the music bumping, and you just in your own world. I love that. And I love times where I can go out with my friends and do just that. And we're all in our own world, having our little dance battles and stuff. Love that, love that, love that. So what I like to do when there are opportunities to get together with the people I care about, I'm like, come on, we're gonna have a good time. And I don't care if we walk into an establishment where nobody is dancing, people are sitting around, and it looks like, nothing's happening. As long as the music is going, we about to have a good time. Now, we are the party. That's how I like to think about it. We are the party. I don't expect for there to be like, everything that I want as I go into the space. I created, I choose for that experience to be what I want it to be. Now sometimes, a girl gets lucky and it is what it is. And other times I make it be that. And when you have that infectious energy, that attraction, it also brings that out in the people around you. And those people there, people start having a good time, okay? So the same could be said about talking about your hopes and dreams. You might say, I want to be able to do this, this, and that, and I would love to be able to do this traveling, or I like to create these things. Maybe you're good at building stuff, I don't know. And speak from that. Oh yeah, okay, I would like to do this. Be so excited about it that someone says to you, oh, you know what, I heard that they have a free class on that's coming up, and you're like, oh, okay, And when I say stuff like that, I want you to understand the difference between telling people your hopes and your dreams and sharing your excitement for life. Your hopes and your dreams, once you get to a stable place and you're like, I'm gonna make this happen, then you can share with others. But when you are finally at that place of, okay, I can share with others, let people name business, and this is a part of the business as well. When I started my own business, a lot of people did not get it. They kind of felt like, oh, okay. Some people thought it was kind of cool, like, oh, talking about esoteric things, because I was just kind of that weird friend always talking about esoteric things. And they're like, okay, well, how do you help people like doing that? Or are people really interested in that? As you can see, when I look out today, there's a lot of people interested in various esoteric modalities, but they didn't really understand. Some people they weren't hating, they were just like, good. But I did have one person hating on me all the time. They was hating on me all the time. I ain't felt no type of way about it though. I was like, I'm gonna show you. And the moment that I was able to quit my job, their whole story changed. Like every little thing I did to build up the communities, to build up my practice, to build up my teaching, and to even build up a social media presence. Every little sacrifice I made, like even when I had not a lot of money at all, they would say little things like, oh, that's a waste of money, don't do this. Whenever I would do training, because you all know I love to continue my education and do trainings and stuff. Oh, don't do this. And the moment that I made it successful, that day that I was able to quit my full-time job, the whole story changed. And I was like, stick with how you were before, so that was the energy that I had. But one of my friends was like, wow, that's really helpful to see how someone can take something they're interested in and create opportunities, create, income, create communities. I'm like, thank you, friend, stuff like that. So in that moment, that first person who was hating, I pulled them into my reality, a reality that they were fighting against because their reality was different. And I was like, no, my reality is going to exist. And my reality became reality. Now they can, do whatever they need to do in their own, world for their life. But this is how I saw my own life. And so this is a part of the process that when I'm coming to you all each night or each week or whatever, and I'm saying like, this is how you make those shifts. This is how you can remove those love blockages, those life blockages. This is how you can work through different things that make us feel weighed down in life, or make us feel held back, or make us feel like we're reliving kind of old, just tough things. You do it by shifting your reality. Create the reality you want, and you have to be so strong in your belief for yourself that even if you don't know how to get there, you believe that you are someone who can figure it out. And that is one of the most important things that we can do on this quest. So now I have given you examples in actual life of creating your reality and it working out well as we work through your feelings, your minds, your beliefs, and we continued on to situations, circumstances, and people. And we started a foundational space you need, as well as they are dependable. How does it feel to have that? To be one of those lucky people who have that, who truly likes the person they're with. That is a very lucky thing to have. Many people are with people they do not like. But not just love someone, but actually like them. And someone you can have fun with. That's a big one. You want to be with somebody you can have fun with. And you're able to have fun with this person. Or whatever else you have. You see your children if you have children. If you want to have children, you see a life of children. If you don't want kids, you like bump them kids. You see your fur babies or nothing at all. Maybe you just kind of like the freedom of just being around yourself or friends or something like that. Whatever, there's no one way of living life. Just see however you want life to be. And maybe there's a lot of time for your creative passions, like, you take up some type of artwork and you just have a lot of time to explore that to its fullest. You go to conferences and workshops and you find a whole community of people. Now, this is my hack for finding friends as an adult. If you are not in school, if you're not in situations, like if you don't belong to a very large job that brings, a lot of people in, how you find friends as an adult is you have hobbies and you go to where those communities are and you'll at least make one friend. And sometimes all you need is one friend, because if you have 2 or 3 hobbies and you can get 2 or 3 friends, that's enough. It's hard enough. It's hard enough to be a good friend to one person. So if you get 2 or 3, that's good. So you find people that enjoy what you enjoy and you can grow into that as well. So allow your life to be what it is. How do you show up? How do you appear? How do people interact with you in this reality? And just understand that as you are choosing this reality, what you are choosing does not have to match where you are now. You could be like, I am the most confident person in the world, and you get up, you kind of, disheveled when you leave the house, but you walk outside like you are somebody, and you got people looking at you like, maybe that was style, maybe maybe they're not disheveled, maybe that's style. You want people to shift their reality. They don't have to change it, but understand your reality, that it don't matter what you walk outside with, you look good, okay? Whatever you put on your feet, you will make it look good. Or whatever you set your mind to, you will make it become something. Like someone might say, oh, I want to start a business. You may not even know what your business is, but you're like, look, I can see myself running things, managing things, building things. When you have that confidence, when those opportunities actually show up, you'll run with them. Whereas when people don't think like that, when the opportunities do show up, they kind of shrink back and they may miss the opportunity. So hype yourself up even before it's about to happen. And you need to be hyping yourself up in your mind all the time. Do not rely on outside validation to do so. And if you rely on outside validation, you are tying your self-worth to things you cannot control. So hype yourself up. Sometimes you have to say these things even when nobody is around and nobody can hear you. You gotta get up and feel that. Now, another little secret thing that I like to do is I need my alone time. I'm a systems anymore that will do it for you. You gotta do it. So when you do it, make sure you do it for your reality. Whatever you want this life to be, however you want yourself to appear in this world, I think that that is good enough. So, after this session, you should for sure feel these life blockages removed and taken out of your energy. And remember, it starts in the mind, it starts in the brain, it starts in our feelings and our beliefs, and it moves into the rest of our body. So, if you are able to give yourself the opportunity to see life in a new way and believe in yourself, then you can do it. It might take a year, it might take 5, it might take 10, but it's worth it. Because guess what? A year, 5 and 10 will pass you so quick. You'll turn around and wonder what happened. You will turn around and wonder what happened. So take your time. Move slow. And go in this direction that allows you to grow. Okay, babies. You did a fantabulous job today. I'm so proud of you, and I hope that this really helped in removing life blockages and creating your own reality. You get to choose your reality, and I hope you feel relief as well as you feel comfort in the session that we just had together. Also, a special announcement, we will be having a wellness retreat that's going to be happening in the Mystic community of my people. So if you would like to join the wellness retreat, it's an online retreat. If you're new, you are now one of my babies, and you get one kiss on the forehead. Okay, you get one kiss, okay? But everybody knows that when you return, you get multiple kisses. Love you, mama loves you, okay? So we start our session off with a prayer. It's not a religious prayer, it's just a prayer to root us in our individual healing experience and bring us together as a community and as a collective. And because consent matters, to have your permission to say a prayer. Okay. Our wrist really gonna start cutting. Man, don't you? Okay, let's get to it. You ready? Dear universe and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information for our highest good only. Please allow us to release what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by maybe any lingering stuff that needs to be removed. We just gonna start, and yeah, some energetic bang trimmings, but just separating anything that's been draining, you know. Energy like Mars in retrograde can be an energy that makes you feel like you can't really do responsibility to get it there. Doesn't matter where you start. The only thing that matters is that you get to where you want to go. And trust that you can figure out how to get there. Trust that even if no one else you've known was able to do it, that there is something special about you and you will figure it out. Because sometimes we don't even know everyone's full lives. We don't know all of their accomplishments and things like that. Some people that we can look at on a very surface level and think, oh, this is what they've done or what they haven't done. They could have done amazing things and they could be satisfied, or they could decide, okay, I wanted to go a new path. I wanted to go a new path at this point in my life. We don't know. But whatever that assumption is, let it go and believe that you can do something, whatever it is. And also know that things and times are changing. They consistently change. So you not being able to do something maybe years before or now doesn't mean that the time won't change perfect for you. If you're feeling it, other people are feeling it too, and there will be a push to create an opening for you to step in. You just gotta be ready to do that. So removing all that excess energy that we're gonna send it on somewhere else. I like to refer to it as energetically upcycling. Essentially what the concept is here is that the energy we experience, to us personally, we have like a value to it. Based off of where we're at in our life, we experience this energy in maybe positive or not so positive ways. But someone at a different point in their lives could also evaluate this energy in a different way. Opportunities, energy is opportunities, experiences, all of these things that show up in our life. So when it's time to let go of an energy, a cycle, a rhythm, you have to understand that that energy can go somewhere else. And just because you have outgrown it doesn't mean that that energy cannot go and help someone else that used to be in your energy or energetic pattern. And it doesn't mean that you're higher than them or anything like that. It just means that we're all different from time to time. So instead of hoarding, being an energetic hoarder, I say this all the time when people don't do shadow work and they only want to manifest. So you like putting all your stuff in your basement, closing the door, you're like, oh, bring more into the house, okay? But instead of doing that, just let it go. Sometimes people are afraid to let things go before they get whatever it is that they want. But this is the really cool thing about astrology, okay? A little bit of tangent here, but the cool thing about astrology is when planets or celestial bodies go into retrograde, what typically happens is that when or change a sign, I think would probably be a better way to say it. A planet will go and ingress into its next sign, and then for a couple of months you'll experience it, or depending on how far away it is, weeks, months, whatever, it could be even years. For a couple of months you feel that new sign, and then it will go backwards into retrograde in that old sign. And so that experience reminds us of sometimes in life we experience or we realize, this is what I want. But instead of being able to stay there initially, we get pulled back into our old circumstances. Why? Because we gotta pack up and move. We gotta pack our shit up. We gotta load the boxes. And we gotta move out the house. You don't just go find somewhere new and then you just live there automatically. No, you have to go backwards and tie up all of those loose ends. And so that's what I'm explaining now. That if you're ready to move on to your next are downloading information. Other times it means, hey, use this time to tie up loose ends. So that sense of self-belief and faith and self-trust is super, super, super important. But it can be difficult. I can definitely admit that it can be very, very, very difficult to maintain, to do. But never give up, never surrender to the fact that it's worth doing, you know. The experience is worth doing and worth having. And sometimes I get up and I just feel like I want to live life. I don't know if you feel that way too. I don't know if I'm describing it well, but sometimes I just get up and I'm like, I want to live life. Because sometimes when I'm in a meditative state, it can feel really relaxing. Or, you know, when you're kind of like sleepy and you don't want to get up yet. And sometimes underneath the veil can feel so nice and magical and stuff like that. But I don't know, there's something about being alive in the physical, regardless of the circumstances, situations, people, things, whatever. Just something about being alive that I think is truly amazing. You know, I think it's something that the soul can appreciate. Maybe that's the reason. I mean, you have your understanding and this is mine. Maybe that's the reason why we continue to come back or continue to have these various experiences of our soul interacting. I don't know. I can't, though one day, yes, but I can't imagine not being in this waking state. It makes everything feel so grateful to have. And I think it makes it a little bit easier to have feelings. Sometimes you're going to be afraid. Sometimes you're going to be sad. Sometimes you're going to be happy. Sometimes you're going to be mad. You're going to be pissed off. You know, all of those things. I think that's a part of the living. You know, I think that is a part of the living. But it took a long time. I can only speak for myself. It took a long time for me to feel that good about living life. It took wanting. It took having the courage to live my life the way I want to live it. And repeating each year. Repeating each year. Just repeating. And then life felt worth living. Not that it didn't feel worth living, but life felt like living was magical. If that's the best way to explain it, living felt very magical. I think some of I like to give examples, so I would say like some of the moments that really pushed me to this state of mind would be when I came out. I remember that was a time of just, you know, was making it. And I would hope that when I go into my 40s and on, that I will feel a different kind of energy, like, you know, that same kind of level, but somewhere else. You know, all of those things. And yes, if you're new, I'm not 15. I'm grown. There's a reason why you're the babies. So keep breathing through that. So I hope that the things that I say put a smile on your face and bring some encouragement. I have some sessions where, you know, we don't really talk much and I'm just in there, you know, doing stuff. So before anybody comments, I don't want to hear you talking. It's just not for you. Just go watch another video, okay? It's not for you. But for those who do like my rambles, I hope that what I said just makes you feel a little bit more at home with life, at home with your body, accepting yourself, accepting all aspects of you, you know, makes you feel more grateful, or reminds you to feel grateful to be alive, or that you really just see the mystery and the value of living. And so all of our problems seem a little bit kind of like small when we think about how amazing it is to live. Well, babies, I hope you enjoyed my rambles today, and I hope you enjoyed this session. I would like to let you know, let me put the scissors down. I'd like to let you know that on Patreon we have the Rebirth cleanse circles that are happening weekly. And so what it is, if you haven't heard it, me talking about it a million times, is we have herb pairings for our weekly cleanse group. So we, you know, come together and we're just in community with each other. And we're doing this to prepare ourselves for the new year, because I've said this before many times, that we're going into a new year with immunity and as a collective, and because consent matters. Do I have your permission to say a prayer? Okay, sweetness. May I touch you? Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Let's get started. Dear universe, and all for the highest vibrational good only, please connect us to our highest self and validate information from our highest intention only. Please allow us to let go of what we need to let go and embrace what allows us to grow. Let our journey encompass the lineages, traditions, religions, and spiritual paths that bring light out through us to share with others. I say all of this in the name of I am. Ashe. Ashe, Ashe. Okay. So going into the energy here. I'm just getting started, okay? Take a deep breath. Let's go. Chukuri, 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 chukuri. Anjase shonyung. Anjase shonyung. Anjase shonyung. Anjase shonyung. Sahiki. job.